Are you filming?
Yeah.
My Fiesta. Heading over to 2J Racing to pick up my Fiesta because they're doing a Cowl Induction intake, which they do on the Fiesta because the owner of 2J had built a Fiesta, so he had used it as a test mule. So anyway, instead of, you know, the air intake coming up off of the driver's side headlight and back, this one goes straight up to the cowl and gets kind of separated, fresher air. So that's cool. You get some horsepower gains, but the really cool thing is the sounds that this thing makes because of where it's located in relation to the turbo is insane. It's insane. The driver enjoyment that you're gonna get from a mod like this is like what it's all about. It's like why we mod cars, right? Like it's just hilarious. And the Fiesta is such a bonkers, angry little kind of proportionately weird jelly bean looking thing anyway, that's always got to prove itself. And then you put this on it and it gets so feisty and loud, you can't not love it. Hey, what's up?
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do what you gotta do.
All right.
So here it is. This is the new one. Goes zoop, right down to the turbo. Sits up there in the cowl. Gets separate air, right? So you're getting separate air from the engine heat. You're also getting some of that cool air kind of like back feeding off of the top of the hood. Here's where the original one was. Boring, plastic, soaking up all the heat. This one's gonna make cool noises. You can buy these things, you know, just off their website and have it sent to your house, install it, no big deal. But because of the Borg Warner turbo that we had put on here, we had to rework the inlet to the turbo for the intake. So I brought it over here so they could cut it up and do what they had to do. And here it is. This is Joe from 2J Racing. He's the guy who built my Cowl Induction intake that we're talking about today. So you said you got like a backstory to this? What
I mean, a little bit. I've always enjoyed driving four-cylinder turbo lightweight cars, right? Whether it's a Sentra, of course, a Fiesta. So when it came out, I actually...
Heartbreaker stuff.
Like... Well, right, exactly. So when the car first came out, all the intakes, you know, put the filter right by the fan, by the radiator. So it was always sucking in hot air. So on our dyno, you know, like when you had the hood closed after the third or fourth pull, even with all the fans on, I mean, the intake temps were going crazy and the power would just die.
Right.
So it was, I'll never forget this, it was late. It was like Thursday night before we were heading to the track. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out what we could do to create an intake to put the filter somewhere out of the engine bay. I mean, nobody at the time, this is 2014, nobody had anything that existed. So we grabbed some, you know, spare aluminum that we had laying around. We pulled the cowl off and we measured how much space that we had back there. And of course the turbo sits back where the firewall is. And we were like, you know, I bet we could make this work. Like we just cut some of the plastic and I bet we can put the filter back there. And there's a little vent on the cowl too, which is, you know, where it can grab some fresh air behind the hood. So we were like, you know what, why not? So we were probably up till, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, threw together this rudimentary intake, had enough time to do some testing on the dyno, and the intake air temps stayed pretty much consistent with the hood closed. So we were like, all right, well, let's take it to the track and see what happens. And we did, and it was pretty impressive. I mean, most of the time, throughout most of the day, actually, I think it was either late spring or early summer. The temps were good, and the car continued to make the power that we needed to do. I don't remember we won. We might have gotten second or third. I don't remember. It's not the point.
For me, the reason I bought this car was just hands down, like the attitude. I'm tied to, you know, the late 90s hatchbacks and the Rice, and I love fun mods, and there's not a lot of fun mods anymore because it's a lot of, you know, computer stuff these days, and it's hard to bring personality out of some of these cars, but I saw a lot of it in the Fiesta. And
that's right.
Like, I bought that car for mods like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Fun cars that you have more fun than everybody else that you're in traffic with. You know, like, I mean, like the Hellcat, the Red Eye, those things are great, but you can't enjoy the greatness. Like, whereas a car like this, when you're playing in that kind of 350 horsepower range, like you're having fun all the time. You can't not have fun. And when you do a mod like this, it's a dog pulling at the leash. You cannot not just have your foot in it.
On Jonathan's car, you know, he has a bigger EFR turbo So placement's different, compressor housing location's different. So we just really took what we had made previously and just modified it to fit his setup. It took a little bit of extra time, and we made 2 pieces. Just because if we made it one piece like our current production one, there's no way it would have fit without cutting up some of the firewall and stuff like that. So we tried to change it up a little bit, make it a little bit easier. But all the essentials are pretty much there.
Yeah. So if you're watching this and you're on a stock turbo Fiesta, stage whatever 1, 2, 3, like you have parts that they can just buy.
Oh yeah.
And it'll go right. It's bolt on.
Right.
It's direct.
Yeah. It pretty much takes maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, to put it in. The hardest part's cutting a little half moon on the plastic cowl.
Let's go drive it.
All right. Oh, he put one of our shift knobs in there.
Yeah, he did.
There's a little logo.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're on probation from wrecking a red eye. You don't get to drive your own car.
So it's crazy because yours, you can't hear it like when you're driving. Like when you're just like not in boost.
Yeah. Oh no, I hear.
Just a little.
That's different than it was.
Oh, it's going to get loud.
How could anybody not like that?
I've had customers call and they were
too much.
Oh my God, they're so upset. They're like, well, I know it says it's obnoxiously loud, but this is more than obnoxious. I'm like, well, how would you describe it? Like,
what word would you use? Not obnoxious, like kind of covered it.
I'm confused.
I love having a little underdog car that just barks like this in the big cars, Well, it's even like that Benz, right? Like the Benz is an absolute monster. But like we've conquered power, right? Like there's one thing we've realized from these new cars coming out. It's like, okay, we know how to go fast, but can we? Just because a car's a fast car does not mean it's a sports car. Does not mean it's. I think that's hard for a lot of, especially the younger guys to grasp. I mean, especially you're spending a lot of time online and you're looking at numbers and statistics and well, for this much, like why would I get an FRS when I could get a GT Mustang? Well,
exactly.
I mean, that's a valid argument, but at the same time, there's arguments for the the 8.6. So.
And a V8 with 600 horsepower nowadays is kind of like mediocre. Right? You're like, okay, well that's...
Yeah, go around Texas with that.
Yeah, that's okay. So, it's not as impressive as it used to be. So cars like this...
Well, do you think there's going to be like a renaissance? Like, I keep thinking it's going to happen for cars like this or for the 8.6 or the Miata, where it's like, I think people might go back to these kind of just simplistic, little drivers. It's like we're sitting in there with it. Oh my God, do you make this for other cars?
No, we don't make a California for anybody else.
Don't you want to? Or is it like it just worked in this car naturally, or?
Well, yeah, because with the turbo sets. I mean, we could do one for a Focus.
We should absolutely do one for a Focus. How does that compare with the Borg Warner versus the stock turbo?
The stock turbo's just as loud.
Guys, like,
and then when
you buy the Fiesta for this, you know what I mean? Like, it's that cool. Hopefully this is transferring to video. It's insane. What makes it sound like that? Is it the fact that it's so short, or that it's like what gives it?
The filter.
Well, I know it's right.
Essentially, is right there, so you're hearing all the induction noise. That's
okay,
it.
so
That's it. So it really doesn't, like I said, it's whether it's stock turbo, EFR turbo is just.
But it seems like you have those cold air intakes and all that kind of stuff that mounts up in the front of cars. It seems like you would get that with those. I mean, you do to a point, but not. It's nothing like I've never in my life. And it's something that screams like this.
imagine when I first made
Like,
this.
guys.
When I first made this, I really thought it was a one-off. Like, nobody would ever want this thing.
Oh my God! See, that's what we're doing. I'm like, everybody's gonna want this. It's gonna change the world.
Really, I really thought it was it was only for the track.
I mean, it's like the heart and soul of import. I can't rationalize what I'm about to say, but this is like the coolest mod I've done to this car.
Come on.
Like, seriously, it's got a Borg Warner on it. Actually, that was pretty cool. But I mean, just from like the fact that like I'm gonna want to tell everybody what I just did to the car. How much are these things? Like on your website?
You can get them like complete.
Yeah.
They're on pre-order for under $200 right now.
Guys.
Right. So we're like a month out from having them finished, ready to ship. And then you can add options like the MAF extender. That's like $50.
Yeah.
With me, I just added 3 feet of wire. But if you don't want to do that, you can
Right.
pay $50 for the MAF extender. And then there's $20 for the little sock that goes over the filter.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. But the intake,
Man.
everything else is under $200.
Y'all, you can see me. This is the coolest, just most insane mod. Like we were saying in there, it's a conversation killer. Like when the car gets in boost, you can't even hear the person you're talking to in the car. This is 100% like first mod stuff I would do. If I was to buy, first of all, I would buy this car for this product, and then this product would be like the first thing I get, hands down. If you want the experience of like what a Fiesta ST is all about, like this has got to be your first mod. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we're at 2J Racing. They're the guys that make this Cowl Induction hood for this car. Check out their site. Check out their Facebook, their whatever, their socials. My name is Wooley. I'm from S3 Magazine. I do all the writing for the magazine. A lot of you guys might not know we're a print magazine that's been around for like 13 years. So we're newer to the YouTube side. But if you hadn't seen the print, go check that out. We're on Instagram at S3 Magazine. Same thing on Facebook. Everything's S3 Magazine. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like, subscribe, share. If you have a Fiesta, I really, genuinely think you should consider this part. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it.